You probably see the Sahara as a dead zone. Endless yellow dunes, blinding sun, maybe a few camels. Nothing else. That image is wrong. Because beneath this desert lies something almost impossible. Oceans, monsters, lost cities, melted sand, and ancient water on a continental scale. This is not emptiness, it's a vault. And the deeper you look, the less sense it makes. The first clue is so large, astronauts saw it from space. In Mauritania, a giant circular formation rises out of a flat, lifeless plateau. The Richat Structure, nearly 40 kilometers across. From the ground, it feels random. Broken ridges, dust, heat. But from above it becomes something else entirely. Perfect rings, too perfect. That's the contradiction. It looks designed, planned, artificial. So naturally people said, Atlantis, a lost city of concentric rings. Others imagined an ancient impact. Even alien structures, because how else do you explain geometry at that scale? But verified geology tells a different story, and somehow that makes it stranger. Modern analysis revealed this eye is the exposed core of a massive geological dome. Millions of years ago, magma pushed upward, lifting layers of rock like a swelling bubble beneath the crust. The volcano never formed. The magma cooled underground. Then erosion took over. For millions of years, wind and water shaved the structure down. Soft layers disappeared. Hard layers resisted. Ring after ring emerged, so no lost city. But here's the twist. The explanation doesn't reduce the mystery. It amplifies it. Nature built something that looks more intentional than many human structures, and that's only the beginning. Travel east, into Egypt, into a place so dry it feels like life was never meant to exist there. Wadi al-Hitan, the Valley of the Whales. At first nothing, just heat, silence, sand. Then you notice something pale in the ground, a bone, then a spine, then an entire skeleton. Not one, hundreds, whales in the desert. That shouldn't be possible. Early reactions tried to make sense of it. A great flood, cursed creatures, lost legends. Because how do whales end up in one of the driest places on Earth? Then comes the reversal. These weren't modern whales. They were ancient predators, Basilosaurus, up to 18 meters long, serpentine bodies, massive jaws built for hunting. And they had legs, small, weak, but real. This isn't a mystery of stranded animals. It's a snapshot of evolution. And something even bigger. The Sahara was once ocean. Verified paleontology shows this region lay beneath the ancient Tethys Sea. Warm, shallow waters, mangroves, marine life everywhere. So, today's desert, it's a former seafloor. That raises a bigger question. If it changed that much once, could it have changed again within human time? Yes. And this is where it gets even stranger. In Algeria, on the plateau of Tassili Najer, rock walls are covered in thousands of ancient paintings. Not abstract marks, detailed scenes, cattle, giraffes, crocodiles, people swimming, and boats. Boats. In the Sahara. That's not just strange, that's a contradiction at a civilizational level. Were these myths, dreams, hallucinations? Some figures even look non-human, large, round-headed beings, floating above people. For decades, speculation exploded. Gods, spirits, visitors. But modern analysis revealed something far more powerful. The Sahara wasn't always desert. Between roughly 10,000 and 5,000 years ago, it was green. Grasslands, rivers, wetlands, huge lakes. One of them so large it rivaled inland seas. Imagine standing where there is now only dust, and seeing open water stretching to the horizon, herds moving through tall grass, life everywhere. So those paintings, they're not imagination, they're memory, and that creates another reversal. The mystery isn't how people imagined water here, it's how quickly that world vanished. Rainfall shifted, rivers shrank, lakes evaporated. The green Sahara collapsed into desert within a relatively short geological window. People were forced to move. One hypothesis suggests migrations toward the Nile helped shape early Egyptian civilization. The desert didn't just erase life, it redirected it. But not everyone left. Some stayed, and what they built remained hidden for thousands of years. until satellites revealed it. In southern Libya, beneath the sand, faint geometric patterns appeared. Lines, rectangles, foundations, entire settlements. More than 100, the Garamantes, long dismissed as simple desert tribes. That assumption didn't survive the evidence. They built cities, roads, agriculture, structured society in one of the harshest environments on Earth. So how? No rivers, almost no rain. The answer is underground. They carved thousands of kilometers of tunnels, fogaras, to tap hidden groundwater and move it across the desert using gravity, by hand, in darkness. Imagine digging through rock with primitive tools, knowing that if you miscalculate, the tunnel collapses or the water never comes. That's the explanation. But it raises the harder question. How did they sustain it? Because the water wasn't renewable. It was ancient, stored from wetter periods long before their civilization. They were living off the past. For a time it worked. The desert bloomed. Then the balance broke. Water levels dropped. Tunnels had to go deeper. Maintenance became harder. Eventually the system failed. The cities emptied. The desert returned. Same pattern. And then comes the most violent clue of all. In the tomb of Tutankhamun, archaeologists found a scarab made from a strange yellow glass. Beautiful, smooth, almost unreal. But here's the problem. To create that glass naturally, sand must be heated to nearly 2,000 degrees Celsius. Almost instantly. No normal fire can do that, not even most natural surface processes. So what did? For a long time there was no clear answer. No obvious crater, no volcano, just glass scattered across the desert. Then modern simulations revealed the truth. An airburst, a cosmic object entered Earth's atmosphere and exploded before impact. A detonation in the sky. The heat wave alone was enough. Imagine a second sun flashing overhead, sand turning liquid, dunes becoming glass, in seconds. That's what created the Libyan desert glass. Not magic, not myth, a cosmic event. And that ties everything together. The Sahara is not empty, it's layered, a geological structure that looks artificial. A seabed filled with whales that still carry legs. A green world, remembered in stone, cities built on ancient water, glass forged by something that never even touched the ground, and beneath it all, vast reservoirs of fossil groundwater. Water from a different climate, a different world, stored for tens of thousands to millions of years beneath the surface. So what can we explain? We can explain the mechanisms. Geology, evolution, climate cycles, engineering, impact physics. But explanation doesn't make this smaller, it makes it bigger. Because the real story isn't just what happened, it's how extreme the changes were. Ocean to desert, life to silence, prosperity to collapse, and possibly back again. Because climate cycles don't stop. The Sahara has turned green before, and one day, far in the future, it may do it again. The Sahara teaches one thing: stability is an illusion. What looks permanent isn't, and what looks empty might be hiding entire worlds beneath your feet.